As you can see, I have some firewood. It was free to me. How did you get free firewood, Don? Well, I was in town talking at the farm and ranch and checking out, and the lady kind of goes, well, she goes, excuse me, but do you burn firewood? And I said, yeah. Because I kind of can smell that firewood. She goes, I used to. And she goes, I kind of know, that kind of gets in everything. And it kind of does. And she goes, well, the reason I asked, because a couple years ago, these tree people for utility line come through and cut some big limbs. And she goes, they stacked up some firewood uh, in my yard, and it's just been there. She goes, I can't use it. I don't burn firewood. I gave some of it away for fire pit, and they never came back for it. She goes, I still have some. So she goes, if you would get it out of my yard, I'd appreciate it. And she goes, you can just have it. I said, okay. I didn't think there was very much there. She said there wasn't. As you can see, there was quite a bit, and there is still about this much more. Well, this stuff here is about 20 to 22 inches long, which is way too long for me. So I'm having to recut it, and fine with me though. I didn't have to cut it down. She said her son was playing around. He split some of it. Fine with me. I didn't have to split it. So yeah. So anyway, this is a little contraption I came up with to hold the wood while I was cutting it. So I'll just bring you along here a little bit and show you show how I'm doing it.
So yeah, that's part of it. It will it's gonna make quite a bit of wood, especially when I get that. Now that post oak right there is some I cut off my land. But these two rows here so far is what I've got off the free wood. So you know, there's a lot of times on Craigslist and Facebook you can find people just wanting limbs and stuff cut up, or like in this case where tree companies come, cut for the utility, and they just throw the wood, and then some of it is crap and they just want a few limbs cut out of their yard. I get that, but sometimes I've got some pretty good firewood out of free. I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate it, but you know, they always like, oh, it's free. Yeah, well, it didn't, you know, it's not stacking itself and cutting itself to length and all that. But anyway, I appreciate it. Never pass up free firewood if it's good. This is red oak. Some post oak, there was one piece of elm in there. But that red oak right there is seasoned, and it will burn hot. And by the time I get around to burning it, which would be next year, maybe even the year after, it's going to even be better. So anyway, just thought I'd bring you along and show you my free firewood.